गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन, माय नेम इज पारुल शर्मा। आप सबका स्वागत है आज के यूट्रेड एल्गोस के एक और एक्साइटिंग सेशन में, जहां हम लेकर आए हैं यूट्रेड एल्गोस की एक एक्सपर्ट मेड स्ट्रैटेजी, इंट्राडे डायरेक्शनल स्ट्रैटेजी, जो अपने साथ लेकर आती है डिसिप्लिन, लॉजिक और कंसिस्टेंसी। और इसको डिटेल में समझने के लिए हमारे साथ हैं, जो आज हमें काफी हेल्प करेंगे इसको समझने में, मिस्टर विशाल मेहता। हेलो सर, वेलकम टू द वेबिनार।
Hello, Parul. Thank you very much. It's always pleasure to come to the webinar and explain the strategy.
Definitely, sir. As always, the pleasure is all ours because आपकी प्रेजेंस से ही ऐसा एक ऑरा बन जाता है कि दोबारा से समझने का, सीखने का एक वो माहौल बन जाता है। सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग हियर। सो डेफिनेटली हमारे रेगुलर अटेंडीज विशाल सर को बहुत अच्छे से जानते हैं। विशाल सर मार्केट के एक ट्रस्टेड और रिस्पेक्टेड पर्सनालिटी हैं, जो ट्रेडिंग को सीरियस प्रोफेशन के रूप में प्रमोट करते हैं। सो जो लोग हमारे साथ आज पहली बार जुड़ रहे हैं, उनको मैं बताना चाहूंगी कि विशाल सर ऑलमोस्ट मोर देन 23 इयर्स से फाइनेंशियल मार्केट में एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं, राइट सर?
100% yes.
सो सर का काम काफी प्रोमिनेंट फाइनेंशियल प्रोडक्ट कंपनीज के साथ रहा है, जैसे कि ब्लूमबर्ग, थॉमसन रूटर्स, फाइनेंशियल टेक्नोलॉजीज, स्पाइडर सॉफ्टवेयर और रिलायबल सॉफ्टवेयर जैसे जायंट्स के साथ उन्होंने काफी काम किया है। एंड सर का स्पेशलाइजेशन है इक्विटीज एंड डेरिवेटिव्स ट्रेडिंग में, जहां वो टेक्निकल एनालिसिस को फंडामेंटल्स के साथ ब्लेंड करके एक यूनिक अप्रोच देते हैं। और सिर्फ ट्रेडिंग ही नहीं, उन्होंने ट्रेनिंग भी दी है साउथ एशियन सेंट्रल बैंक के एम्प्लॉयज को, जिसमें रिजर्व बैंक, नेपाल राष्ट्र बैंक, सेंट्रल बैंक ऑफ श्रीलंका एंड सेंट्रल बैंक ऑफ मालदीव्स भी इंक्लूडेड है। सर ने ऑलमोस्ट 10,000 से ज्यादा ट्रेडर्स को ट्रेन किया है, राइट सर?
Yes. I think so. अभी शायद उससे भी ज्यादा, पर yeah, over a period of time it is basically we all learn from each other. That's the most important thing.
Right, sir, right. So sir, if I may ask you a question, आज हर जगह लोग एक कॉमन थोड़ा सबका माइंडसेट हो गया है कि सब लोग स्ट्रैटेजीज ढूंढते हैं, कोई स्ट्रैटेजी पता चल जाए एंड वो हम प्लग एंड प्ले करके एंड वो हमें कुछ कुछ तो भी जादू मैजिक बॉन्ड हो जाए। सो व्हाट डू यू से, स्ट्रैटेजी, एग्जीक्यूशन, डिसिप्लिन, क्या प्रायोरिटी है, और इस डिसीजन मेकिंग में कोई गलती कैसे इम्पैक्ट करती है किसी ट्रेडर को?
I really love the way you always come out with this unique question, Parul, because I'll tell you, usually everybody is interested in strategy, but over the years of 23 years, as we spoke about, right, I've realized one thing: strategy is a very small part of what we do. Okay. और हर एक की अपनी एक साइकिल होती है. When you start in your trading journey, I think so the first and the foremost thing that everybody is interested is strategies. क्योंकि हमको सिखाया गया कि भाई अगर तुम बहुत राइट होगे तो ही पैसा बनेगा. And we try to find that holy grail. Obviously we are going to talk about strategies today, but strategy is one thing. उसके पीछे का इमोशनल डिसिप्लिन, उसके पीछे का रिस्क मैनेजमेंट इज समथिंग दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. लेकिन हैविंग सेड दैट, आई एम नॉट अंडरमाइनिंग एंड स्ट्रेटेजी. स्ट्रेटेजी के बिना अब कितना भी डिसिप्लिन लो या कितना भी मनी मैनेजमेंट या रिस्क मैनेजमेंट कर लो, लेकिन अगर स्ट्रेटेजी पैसा नहीं बना रही है तो आपका कोई काम नहीं है. लेकिन वी गेट सो ऑब्सेस्ड बाय दी स्ट्रेटेजीज दैट वी एक्चुअली फॉरगेट अबाउट एग्जीक्यूशन, जो आपने बताया. जो हम लोग आज उसके बारे में डिटेल में बात करेंगे कि मैं बैक टेस्ट तो बहुत अच्छी स्ट्रेटेजी बना लूंगा, लेकिन उसका एग्जीक्यूशन भी बहुत जरूरी है. सो या
डेफिनेटली सर, ट्रू ट्रू। टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, ये सब इनसाइट्स के लिए वी एक्चुअली roll over month on month and we wait for all such kind of insights, and definitely who all are there with us participants, they must be waiting कि कब हमारा ये सेशन स्टार्ट हो. So sir, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Parul. So without wasting a time, let me just get started. I will share my screen if you are able to see the screen. Are you guys able to see the screen?
Yes sir.
Okay, perfect. So you can see over here uTrade Algos and Vishal Mehta on the screen. Perfect. So let's start this. During the presentation, I will definitely मैं तभी की तभी answer करूँगा, और we will have a Q&A session at the end and we will answer those. ठीक है. So Market has been volatile today, and I think so. Bulani, but we are all excited about the times ahead of us. So, how was the expiry for everyone? Today was a monthly expiry, and we had everything that we wanted as an option trader. We had a very silent first half and the violent second half. So, how was it? Let's hear it from the audience. Moderate, what was profitable? Nice, good. So looks like everybody made money. So then who lost the money? That's what the most important thing is, right? And sometimes that makes me wonder, like, if we are making money, who is the loser? But yes, it's a zero-sum game, and the game is all about discipline, risk management, execution, and strategy. So we are going to talk about one such strategies. Okay, master the intraday directional play. और ये स्ट्रेटेजी के बारे में हम लोग क्यों बात कर रहे हैं आज की तारीख में? In the journey, you will realize that picking up this strategy was very important idea for us. Why we want this strategy in our bouquet of strategies. And ये strategy में बहुत power था, फिर नहीं था, और अब है. So we'll discuss this. So I'll keep it very exciting for you what's coming our way. Okay. So before that, I'm not a SEBI registered investment advisor or a financial advisor. So obviously, it is purely for an education purpose. मैंने जो डेटा लिया हुआ है, जो भी मैंने बैक टेस्ट किया या फिर मैंने दिखाया हुआ है, इस एज पर द सेबी गाइडलाइंस, इट इज ऑल 3 months old. एंड फ्यूचर्स एंड ऑप्शंस डू हैव अ लार्ज रिस्क, लेकिन अगर आप रिस्क को मैनेज कर सकते हो तो देन दिस कुड बी वन ऑफ द रिवॉर्डिंग करियर दैट यू कैन थिंक ऑफ इट. एंड आई यूज माई वर्ड्स वेरी carefully. Rewarding career or a rewarding business, not rewarding trading, gambling. So there is a difference. You have to take this business as business. Okay. So let me just ask you a question. Market में दो टाइप के ट्रेंड होते हैं. What are those trends? If anybody can answer me, that would be great. Market में दो टाइप के ट्रेंड होते हैं. What are the different kinds of trades? So up, down, yeah, directional. And I like the Rishit's answer much better. Yes, there are uptrends and downtrends. But if you put it on the broader structure terms, market में there are directionals, or मतलब market can be trending up, or it can be trending down, or it can also, just a second, yeah, it is better. A market can be trending up or trending down, or market can remain sideways. And that is the most important thing that you have to understand. Market can do only two things. Either it can remain sideways, or either it can trend up, or it can trend down. So you guys are all genius. So let me ask you another question to you. Okay. How much time does the market remain sideways, and how much of time market do trend? Let's see. So I'm sure आप सब लोग ने सुना होगा मार्केट में कि मार्केट साइडवेज रहता है, मार्केट ट्रेंडिंग होता है. So we get a lot of kind of weightages. So somebody is saying, Saurabh is saying 70-30, Rishit is saying 65-35. Yes, मोटा मोटी अलग अलग वेरिएशंस है, लेकिन मोटा मोटी we say Pareto principle follows, which is called as 80% of the time market remains sideways and 20% of the time market trends. It can be either uptrend or it can be downtrend. Okay. So market can remain sideways for 80 or 65 or 70, doesn't make much of a difference. But at least you know that market remains sideways. And that's why we say कि जो आपको ऑप्शन सेलर बनना है, आपको जोड़ी बेचनी है, क्योंकि मार्केट अगर साइडवेज रहेगा, अगर आपने स्ट्रेडल और स्ट्रेंगल बेचा तो 80% ऑफ द टाइम you will make money. So let's analyze that part also. So if you see over here, there are a lot of people who are trading non-directional strategies, because I have been to a lot of trading houses. I have met a lot of traders, or in fact for me also, my favorite strategy starts with a non-directional market, because we will assume that 70, 65, 70, 80, whatever percentage you want to attribute, okay, we are all non-directional because we are very bad at predicting the market. पर वो जो पैसा बनाते 80% of the time they make money, but 20% of the time non-directional trader lose money. Okay, what I'm saying is, if I'm running a straddle or a strangle, 80% of the time there are chances that I will make money, but there are 20% chance that I will lose money. And what is the 20% chance that I will lose money to whom? क्योंकि ये जानना भी जरूरी है. अगर मैं पैसा बना रहा हूं तो कौन पैसा तोड़ रहा है, और अगर मैं पैसा तोड़ रहा हूं तो पैसा कौन बना रहा है. Okay, who is on the other side of the coin? And that is the most important thing that you have to remember. And I kind of really want to highlight this part, that when you are a trader, you really want to understand whom you are dealing with. If you are a non-directional trader, there are times you will make a lot of money, but there are times that you lose money. And you will lose money when you will lose money in the directional market. And if you see over here, there are only two people sitting in the directional market, because not many people doing directional strategy. Most of them are interested in non-directional strategy, because the directional guys are right only 20% of the time. And what my experience have taught me, okay, and this is what my experience is all about. Both of the trader makes money. Okay, both of the trader makes money. Directional trader also make money, non-directional traders also make money. So the question should come to your mind, that if non-directional traders are making money 80% of the time, then how come these directional guys are going to make money? Okay, why would I be a directional trader? And over a period of time, what you'll realize is, when non-directional trader loses, it loses big. Okay, they will keep on making 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 1 rupee, 2 rupee. But one day they will lose 5 rupees. And on the other hand, the directional player will keep on losing 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 1 rupee, 2 rupee, which is given to the non-directional guy. But one big day where the non-directional guy will lose 5 rupees or 10 rupees, these guys, the directional guys, will make a lot of money. Eventually, both of them make money. The secret is not the strategy. Secret lies in something different, where you're अपना ध्यान नहीं है. बोलते हैं ना कि we are always looking at a different place where we should be looking. And the secret lies in something called as this: risk management. Non-directional traders will also make money. Directional traders will also make money if their risk management is very, very strong. And that is the most important thing that a lot of new traders miss out on. They think वो strategy ही पैसा देगी. Strategy खाली edge देती है, लेकिन उसको consistently बना के grow करना और game में बने रहना is only through risk management. So guys, today we are going to talk about a strategy which has a very simple logics. और अगर मैं strategy बोलूंगा तो आप हंस भी दोगे, लेकिन where the strength of the strategy lies is not on the hypothesis of the strategy, but on the risk management. So we are going to go detail into the risk management part in this strategy and in this webinar. Okay, so this is my favorite car. I'm sure everybody would have their favorite cars, right? Which is this car? Like when I was a child, this was my favorite car. Okay, which is this car? If anybody, okay, it's Ambassador, right? And as the journey grew, Ambassador was the car that everybody looked up to. In fact, I had one. Okay, my dad had it. I never had it. And we had Ambassador, and it was considered as a luxury status. Okay, or the prime ministers or all the big, politicians used to drive only this car. But then, as and when the market, the preferences of the buyers, the requirement of the car drivers moved, the car, the flavor of Ambassador started vanishing it out. Okay, and people moved to some other cars. They went for fancy cars, automatic gears, rooftop, lot of things. But then eventually, in the heart, I was still a guy who loved Ambassador. But I just wished if I had something like a body of an Ambassador or a machine of an Ambassador, but in a new avatar. And recently, I was very happy to learn that Ambassador is coming out with its new version, which is going to be looking like this. Okay, and I'm pretty sure about it. If it gets launched, I'm going to definitely go for this car. So can you see, we all go through a journey. A car went through a journey. Our buying process goes through a journey. Similarly, in the market, there is not a strategy that will work throughout the years and years and years. The strategy will also go through iterations. Strategy भी अपने आप को change करेगी, modify करेगी. So that's what is going to happen. So what is the most famous strategy that you think in the options market? Can anybody tell me? Let's see. Strangle, straddle, rolling straddle. Karthik is saying 920. Shailesh is saying 920. Straddles and strangles. Great, guys. I think so. The most famous strategy when I started out, and in fact, a lot of people have told me that, after your 920 straddle strategy, we started our career. And in fact, forget about them. I started out my career with this simple strategy called as 920 straddle. Okay. And this 920 strategy, what was 920 strategy? Was amazing, brilliant piece which worked amazing. Okay. बहुत अच्छी चल रही थी. But then जैसे जैसे we become very smart. Okay. I became very smart. I wanted to do more advanced strategy. So we do put ratio spread, we do Z lizard, we do call ratio back spread, we do zebra strategies. Like, we just evolve. And then eventually you realize that what was the best thing? The best thing that still works is 920 strategy in a new avatar. Okay, this is a journey like the way we have seen a journey of ambassador. We are going to see a journey of 920 straddle. Okay, because people were using it, then we went and advanced it. Now I'm just going to take you back to the basics. क्योंकि जब भी मैंने टेक्निकल एनालिसिस में सीख रहा था, my professor Dr. C.K. Narayan told me that very interesting stuff. Vishal, just draw support and resistance, just do horizontal support and resistance on the chart. And I asked him, like, sir, I have paid you for advanced technical analysis. I want to learn GAN, I want to learn Elliott wave, I want to learn time cycle, I want to predict market. And one thing that he really told me, which really changed the perspective of me, the basics are the most advanced stuff. The problem with is कि हमें किसी को impress करने के लिए बहुत 10 leg वाली strategy चाहिए. लेकिन trust me guys, जितनी simple strategy है उसकी duration और उसके चलने का time भी ज़्यादा है. Obviously it will go through iterations, it will move its cycle, but अब जितनी strategy complicate करोगे end में पैसा नहीं बनता है. And that's our experience has been. So that's why we're going to stick to something which was very basic but very powerful till today. Okay. So I have a question for you. This is a Bank Nifty chart. What is the trend in the market? What is the trend in the market? The trend is sideways. I think so everybody's very clear about it. Market did not do anything. Market just kept on going up and down, and every candle you would have thought breakout will happen, every candle you would have thought breakdown will happen. The market on a large scale went into a range bound consolidation mode. So what do you think will happen, assuming it was an expiry day? What do you think would have happened to the call option? The call option would have decayed nice, nearing zero, very nice. And I'm sure we don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what should have happened to the put option also. All will go to zero. So that's brilliant, right? We all know that when the market remains sideways, and that is what we think that 80% of the time market will do, and which used to happen, trust me guys, okay? When in 2020, 21, 22, 23, market used to be very simple for us. When we were trading, हम लोग जैसे ट्रेड करते थे पैसा बनता था, मतलब हम लोग को कुछ करने की जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ती थी. Honestly, we thought we were smart. It was not very smart. Market was like that. It was giving money to everyone. Okay. So if anybody was running a 920 strategy in 2020, I'm just showing a representation. It's not actually PNL. Okay. 2020, 21, every year you would have kind of made money. This is theoretical, but I know for sure with my PNL, I can tell you that this is a rising, and everybody was making money trading this 920 strategy. But okay, as everything last, this strategy became very famous. Everybody started deploying this strategy. And what usually happens when everybody start deploying the strategy? What used to happen then? The market start doing something like this. Okay, even in intraday market will come down, even in the market will go up. So it was all over the place. And the people जो भी हम लोग थे जो 2020 से ऐसी टाइप की स्ट्रेटेजीज जो चला रहे थे, we were making good money. What happened to our portfolio? What happened to our return? As you can see, in 2024 we had a very difficult year for this kind of strategies, what we also call as a time based strategies. Okay, बहुत ज्यादा पेन दिया है ये strategies ने, although profitable, but इतना profit नहीं कि भाई हम लोग याद रखें. And actually some of the people who have been trading a variations of them actually had a loss. So what do you think कि अगर कोई स्ट्रेटेजी पहले बहुत लोग यूज कर रहे थे, फिर ऑल ऑफ अ सडन कम लोग यूज करने लगे, तो व्हाट वुड हैपन टू दी स्ट्रेटेजी? द अल्फा इन द स्ट्रेटेजी विल कम बैक. ओके, द मार्केट में वो जो क्राउडिंग इफेक्ट बोलते, देयर इज दिस वर्ड कॉल्ड एज क्राउडिंग इफेक्ट, कि अगर आपके पास कोई होली ग्रेल स्ट्रेटेजी आ जाती है और आप उसको डिस्क्लोज कर लेते हो, तो सब लोग वो स्ट्रेटेजी को चलाने की ट्राई करता है. एंड एट वन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आपने 10 रुपए का प्रॉफिट रखा है और किसी को ये स्ट्रेटेजी पता चल गई, तो वो क्या करेगा? वो 9 रुपए का प्रॉफिट रखेगा कि भाई 10 वाले को तो रहने दो, और 9 वाले को अगर किसी को चल गया पता, तो वो बोलेगा एक काम करते हैं, मैं 8 रुपया रखता हूँ. कैन यू सी द अल्फा और द एज इन द स्ट्रेटेजी स्टार्टेड डिक्रीजिंग, इवन दो मार्केट वही कर रहा है, लेकिन मोर एंड मोर पीपल आर यूजिंग दिस स्ट्रेटेजी. उसकी वजह से उसकी जो एज है वो कम होनी हो जाती है. एंड दैट्स व्हाट हैपेंड टू दिस काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रेटेजीज दैट वी डिस्कस्ड. ओके, तो फिर करें क्या? करना क्या है? we will see what happens when the market does something like this. Okay, so when the market goes down, who will make money? Call option writers. I'm talking always from a writer's point of view. Who will make money? Call option writers or put option writers? C will make money, right? C's will be in the profit, yes. And who will be in the loss? The put guys, right? The put guys will be in the loss. And that's the best important. मैंने पहले भी बोला था कि you need to understand कि अगर एक पैसा बना रहा है तो लॉस कौन कर रहा है, और उसको मुझे मैनेज करना है. हाउ डू आई मैनेज इट? वी विल टॉक अबाउट इट. ठीक है, तो ये तो हम लोग ने देख लिया कि भाई मार्केट अगर नीचे जा रहा है तो कॉल ऑप्शन को प्रॉफिट होगा और पुट ऑप्शन को लॉस होगा. तो 920 स्ट्रेटेजी तो है, तो हम लोग ऐसा क्या करें कि भाई प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी या फिर वो वापस इसमें आ जाए, फेवर में आ जाए. सो वी गोइंग टू ऐड अ स्मॉल ट्विस्ट फ्रॉम द रिस्क मैनेजमेंट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. वी आर गोइंग टू यूज अ 920 स्ट्रेटेजी विद अ ट्विस्ट फ्रॉम अ रिस्क मैनेजमेंट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. स्ट्रेटेजी के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से नहीं. और मैंने जैसे ही बताया कि द रियल एज is not here, the real edge is here, the risk management, and we're going to talk about it. Okay, so what are the rules of the 9 or what we are going to talk about this intraday directional strategies. Okay, the intraday rules of this strategy is simple. It is run on instrument bank nifty पे run होगी ये strategy, but you can also trade this same strategy on the other index. ओके, ये कौन से दिन पे चलनी चाहिए? इनफैक्ट यू कैन रन दिस ऑन ऑल द डेज, बट यू कैन ऑलवेज गेट विथ लिटिल स्मार्टर कि इसको खाली एक्सपायरी डे पे चलाया या 1 DT पे चलाया या 1 DT और 0 DT पे चलाया, बिकॉज दैट इज व्हेन द मैक्सिमम डिके ऑल्सो इज हैपनिंग. एक्सपायरी कौन सी लेनी है? जस्ट रिसेंट वीक, मतलब अगर मैं आज वो ट्रेड कर रहा हूं तो मैं आज निफ्टी की एक्सपायरी लूंगा. तो मेरा स्टार्ट टाइम क्या होना चाहिए? एनी गेसेस? What should be my tight time? I will not make it very difficult for you guys. It should be 920. Okay, you can do 918, you can do 916, but 920 is where the volatility subsides. Now the real part comes in. जो मैंने twist बोला था ना, okay, तो ट्विस्ट में क्या था? ट्विस्ट में ये है कि व्हाट यू कैन डू इज, फर्स्ट लेग इज हैव अ ऑलवेज कांस्टेंट प्रीमियम. लॉट ऑफ पीपल वर ट्रेडिंग 920 स्ट्रेटेजीज या जो भी टाइम बेस्ड स्ट्रेटल्स थे, वो लोग क्या करते थे, एटीएम करते थे. तो एटीएम ऑन फ्राइडे वाज डिफरेंट वैल्यू, ATM on Monday has a different value, ATM on Tuesday is a different value, ATM Wednesday different value, ATM on Thursday is a different value. उसमें आपको ऑब्वियसली थीटा का बेनिफिट मिलता है, लेकिन आपका रिस्क मैनेजमेंट गोज फॉर अ टॉस. एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी आर वेरी क्लियर कि अगर हम लोग को ऐसी कोई स्ट्रेटेजी बनानी है जो जिसको मुझे रिस्क मैनेज करना है, ओके, तो देर इज ओनली वन वे टू मैनेज द रिस्क, इज फिक्सिंग अप द प्रीमियम. और इसका एडवांटेज क्या है? इसका एडवांटेज है कि जैसे जैसे आप जीरो डीटी से दूर हो, मतलब आप फ्राइडे हो, लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल फॉर निफ्टी विच इज एक्सपायरिंग ऑन थर्सडे. अगर मैं ये स्ट्रेटेजी फ्राइडे से ट्रेड करना चालू करूंगा तो 150 रुपीज, ओके, विल बी कंप्लीटली आउट ऑफ द मनी. जैसे 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 दिन नजदीक आते जाएंगे ये स्ट्रेटेजी नजदीक आती जाएगी. राइट नाउ इट इज ऑन बैंक निफ्टी, ऑब्वियसली बैंक निफ्टी आल्सो एक्सपायर्स ऑन अ मंथली ऑन थर्सडे. तो जैसे 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 दिन नजदीक आते जाएंगे आपकी स्ट्रेटेजी नजदीक आती जाएगी. ओके, अभी सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट that we talked about. So everybody is clear about why fixed premium? Yes, there are good strategies that we have done it on the moneyness, what we call as ATM or OTM. But for this strategy, we always prefer प्रीमियम, क्लोजेस्ट प्रीमियम. मतलब 150 रुपए का कॉल जो भी बिक रहा हो और 150 रुपए का जो पुट बिक रहा हो उसको बेच दिया. और उसमें हम लोग फर्स्ट ट्विस्ट डालेगा, ये फर्स्ट ट्विस्ट हुआ. सेकेंड ट्विस्ट 25% ऑन ईच लेग. ओके, इन टर्म्स ऑफ के भाई, इफ यू रिमेंबर द वर्ड वी यूज इज रिस्क मैनेजमेंट. बुल्स मेक मनी, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. That is one of the famous saying. I'm going to repeat this saying one more time. Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. And that's the thing. If you do not, if you are a bull, bear is completely okay, but have a risk management and never get slaughtered. So this 25% saves you from the slaughtering of your account. And that's the most important thing, the stop loss on each leg. मतलब अगर मैंने 150 पे मैंने एक कॉल या पुट बेचा हुआ है तो उसके ऊपर 25% पे I will put a stop loss. And the third twist that we are going to do is move stop loss to cost. मतलब अगर मेरा मैथ्स, कैन एनीबडी टेल मी, माय मैथ्स इज लिटिल वीक, 150 का 25% कितना होगा? Let's do that. Let's see how many does that fast. It's an option selling strategy. So about 40 rupees, let's 37 to 38 rupees. Everybody is very fast. So let's take on a higher side, say 140 rupees. So 190 का मैंने आसपास स्टॉप लॉस लगाया, बिकॉज व्हेन यू से 150 यू विल नेवर गेट 150, यू विल गेट 151, 152 व्हाटएवर. ओके, सो से 190 पे मेरा स्टॉप लॉस लग गया. और मार्केट ऊपर गया या नीचे गया तो कहीं तो जाएगा मार्केट. और जैसे ही मेरा ये स्टॉप लॉस ट्रिगर हो गया, मेरा जो दूसरा लेग है आई एम गोइंग टू ब्रेक इन पे लेके आ जाऊंगा मैं. सो पहले वाला जो 150 वाला 190 हो गया, तो दूसरा वाला लेग मेरा प्रॉफिटेबल है, तो उसका स्टॉप लॉस मैं अभी 190 नहीं रखूंगा, आई विल पुट इट एट 150. ओके, एंड देयर इज दिस another loss which we have defined, and this is the fourth twist that we are going to talk about, is max loss. कई बार क्या हो गया कि मार्केट में दो मूवमेंट हो रही है और ऊपर नीचे दोनों तरफ हो रहा है, यू कैन पुट अ मैक्स लॉस, क्योंकि स्टॉप लॉस भी जंप हो सकते हैं कई बार. ओके, सो यू पुट अ मैक्स लॉस ऑफ अ वैल्यू कि 2400 का मैक्स लॉस आता है. इट इज ऑन वन लॉट of bank nifty. Obviously we will talk about the other instrument which is available to you. We will talk about that. So max loss on per lot is 2400 rupees per lot when I say call and put together, and the exit time is 3:05. Okay, so this is how we are going to put the strategy, and let's understand that how it happens in the real world. Okay, so this is one of the real trades, one of the real strategies where the price of the bank nifty started going down, what do you think should happen? What is the trend of the market? Downtrend? Okay. Yes. What should happen to the call prices? The call prices should go down. And we are all happy because the call prices are going down. But where the problem will lie? Can anybody tell me where will be the problem? The problem will be on the other side of the leg, which is the put side. And when we sold, what happens? The prices starts to spike up. Okay. Now, what is that thing that will help us always? And that's what we talked about it. If you remember, we're going to cut out our loss, which is at 25%. And the minute it cuts, okay, we let the first leg trade, the call option, go down, and we cut our loss making leg with 25% stop loss. Obviously, you can always argue that it again came back, but there are days where it just kept on going up and up and up. Okay. And that's why it is very important for you to manage the risk management. Similarly, let's take one more example. So what is the trend? I don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that market mein trend hai pura uptrend. So what should happen to the put option? The put option should get decayed nicely. Okay. And it was trading beautifully on the downward sides. We were all happy. But the problem with the trend on the upside is the call option. And as you can see, that although I sold it, it just kept on going up and up. Obviously, it recovered back. But then there are days where it just keeps on going up. What would I do? What is my, savior? मेरा savior है मेरा stop loss. और जैसे वो 25% पे click होता है, I will be out of the market. Okay. So this is how the risk management works. And so obviously your question would come to your mind, ये सब तो ठीक है कि अभी आप ये स्ट्रेटजी अभी भी प्रॉफिटेबल है कि नहीं, somebody आपको भी पता है ये नहीं चलती. Okay, Dev, you go ahead and trade it because I've been trading it. Okay, so it's good to see that there are some way people who do not believe it, and till the time it is there is a high possibility we'll keep on making money. Okay, so what you can do is you can go to uTrade algos. Okay, and then this strategy is there, which is called as Teji Mandika King. Okay, and Bank Nifty, and you can do it on the other instruments, Sensex, Nifty. I'm going to show you that also. Unfortunately, compliance do not allow me, but you can go ahead and create an account in uTrade and just click on Teji Mandika King and click on the backtest for last 1 month, 7 days, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And let's see how it goes about. Obviously, Dev, your point, I kind of appreciate also. It goes through cycles. Okay. मैं ऐसे नहीं बोलूंगा कि भाई हर स्ट्रेटेजी हर बार चलती है. There are times if I would have run on last 7 days, it may not work. But if I would have run in 1 month, 1 year, it would work. And then if I would say, okay, no, it does not work. So you have to give the time to the strategy to work it out. Okay. So I would highly encourage you to, go to the uTrade algos, create an account. I'm sure, Parul will put out the, link. You can register and then you'll be able to do it. And then there are people who wants to deploy this strategy. Okay. So you can log in into the terminal. You can find this strategy called as Teji Mandika King. And that's why the name is very nice. Teji Mandika King. Because either it is an uptrend or downtrend. And the beauty about this strategy is, let's take today's example, okay, which remained sideways for the longest period and IV was decaying, theta was decaying. अपना rolling straddle जो हम लोग ने first webinar किया था ना, highly encourage जिन्होंने नहीं देखा है तो वो जाके देखने के लिए कि आपका already market sideways था सुबह से, दोपहर के बाद उसने नीचे की तरफ जाना चालू किया, तब तक काफी IV टूट गई थी. तो आपने स्टार्ट किया एज अ नॉन डायरेक्शनल, बट जैसे ही मार्केट में डायरेक्शनल आ गया, it started getting into a trend, and that's why it is a directional strategy. And as you can see over here, last month win rate, it's a typical trend following strategy ka, if you were just trading like option selling, dur dur ke call put option bechna hai, you would have an accuracy of 60, 65, 70% accuracy. But in a trending market, okay, and with this new regime, trending market has come back, and that's why we think, ओके, एंड वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट मैं रेज करना चाहता हूँ कि हमारी जितनी भी स्ट्रेटेजी थी जो 2024 में चलना बंद हो गई थी, ऑल ऑफ अ सडन दे हैव स्टार्टेड परफॉर्मिंग बैक अगेन। ओके, इफ यू वुड हैव सीन कि यहाँ पे हम लोग कभी बेच रहे हैं 920 को, आज आज छोड़ो, लास्ट एटलीस्ट 4 या 5 हफ्तों से हम लोग कंटिन्यूसली देख रहे हैं, मे बी मोर देन दैट, कि सुबह सुबह ही आईवीडीके हो जाता है। टुडे निफ्टी स्ट्रेडल was 50 points by 10 o'clock. If you understand what I'm saying, if you are a trader, you will understand कि अगर आप और कुछ करते हो तो ये जो पुरानी स्ट्रेटेजी थी उसमें क्या होता था, 920 को खुलता था, फिर मार्केट दोनों जगह ऊपर नीचे करता था और मेरा स्टॉप लॉस कट जाता था। The regime has changed again back to the old days. So you have to be an open mind and try to see whether those old strategies are coming back in the limelight. So here you can define how much of multiplier that I want to keep it. You put your peak margin and then you can always deploy. So this is how you're going to deploy and your execution gets started. But everybody says that okay, ये 920 strategy ठीक है, twist है, but then what if I give you add-on twist? Would you be interested? Anybody would be interested? Yes. Okay, there is one more twist to this strategy. Yes. So उसके लिए as we say, इतने में इतना ही मिलेगा. Just kidding. Stay tuned for another strategy that we are going to take next month, which is called as Teji Mandika King 2, which is a variation, another add-on twist to your existing Teji Mandika King. And I think so that is also मोटा मोटी तेजी मंदी है, लेकिन इट हैज मोर डायरेक्शनल ट्रेंडी नेचर देन द तेजी मंदी का किंग. एंड व्हेन आई कंपेयर बोथ ऑफ देम, दिस सीम्स टू गिव फार आउटर रिटर्न्स, बट उसकी ड्रॉडाउन्स भी मोटे हैं, लेकिन दे वर्क इन टेंडम विथ ईच अदर एंड इट्स अ गुड कॉम्बिनेशन टू वर्क विथ. So stay tuned next week with Teji Mandika King. And if you, I just wanted to highlight one point to you guys. Okay, can you see over here? These are all the different strategies being built by uTrade algos for you. So that's the most important thing for every market condition: directional, non-directional, rolling straddle, open interest based, price action based. There are a lot of strategies which I'll call as uTrade originals. You can definitely log in and kind of deploy and test it out yourself. So I highly recommend that you should definitely look at uTrade. Create your account with, I think so, Parul has already shared you the link to create an account. I will hand it over to my friend Ishan for an interesting new update, the best update that you have ever seen. And then we will open up for a question and answer session.
मैं बस गाइस 2 मिनट का टाइम ही लूंगा. जैसे अभी विशाल भाई ने लास्ट स्लाइड में दिखाया कि कितनी सारी मल्टीपल स्ट्रेटजीज हैं जो यूट्रेड ने बनाई है आप लोगों के लिए. ठीक है. सो उसमें क्या होता था, जो भी फीडबैक आया हमें आप लोगों से, हमारे क्लाइंट से फीडबैक आया कि हम कौन सी चलाएं, कौन सी स्ट्रेटजी आज सूट करेगी, कौन सी कल चलानी चाहिए, इसका हमें पता नहीं लगता. एक्सपायरी पे कौन सी चलानी चाहिए, डे वाइज हमें स्ट्रेटजी का कुछ सजेशन आना चाहिए. ऑब्वियसली हमने आरएम तो है ही आप सब लोगों के लिए, बट एक एआई चैटबॉट का फीचर लॉन्च किया, काफी टाइम हो गया, लाइव है, एंड इट इज हेल्पिंग द ट्रेडर्स. अभी इसमें क्या है कि ये ऑटोमेटिकली आपको बता देगा कितना मार्जिन आपका अवेलेबल है. अगर आपको सीधा सीधा इसको क्लिक करना है, पूछना है कि कल कौन सी स्ट्रेटेजी चलाऊं, तो ये आपको सजेस्ट करके आउट ऑफ दोज मोर देन 24 स्ट्रेटेजीज, ये आपको कुछ सिलेक्टेड स्ट्रेटेजी आपके फंड के अकॉर्डिंग सेलेक्ट करके बता देगा कि कौन कौन सी स्ट्रेटेजी आज या कल आपके लिए सुटेबल है. ठीक है सर, मेरी स्क्रीन सबको विजिबल है ना विशाल सर?
Yes, I can see your screen, Rishan.
सो द फर्स्ट स्ट्रेटेजी इज एनएफ तेजी मंदी 2. ऑब्वियसली अभी हम तेजी मंदी की बात ही कर रहे थे क्योंकि अभी नाउ डेज ट्रेंड में डायरेक्शन मार्केट्स हैं. तो इसने जो भी मेरे पास अवेलेबल फंड था उसमें अलोकेट करके सारी स्ट्रेटेजीज कौन कौन सी चलानी चाहिए कल मुझे एज फ्राइडे, कौन सी चलानी चाहिए और क्यों चलानी चाहिए, डिस्क्रिप्शन वाइज कौन सी स्ट्रेटेजीज में क्या है, कैसे ट्रेंडिंग डेज है, वो सब आपको दिखा रहा है. सो मैं कम कैपिटल के लिए भी पूछ सकता हूँ. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैंने पूछा तो एक नई वैल्यू ऐड हुई थी यूट्रेड एल्गोस में, दैट्स वाई हमने सोचा 1 मिनट के लिए आपको सिर्फ बता दें कि ऐसा। सो मंडे सेंसेक्स, ये देखो अगेन इट्स अ डायरेक्शनल फॉर मंडे। सेंसेक्स डायरेक्शनल, कंजर्वेटिव एंड ट्रेल, बट इट्स कंबाइंड योर पोर्टफोलियो विद 3 स्ट्रेटेजीज। इसने कंबाइन करके दिया है, कोई सिंगल स्ट्रेटेजी सजेस्ट नहीं की। सो यूट्रेड एल्गोस पे मोर देन 24 स्ट्रेटेजीज हैं। कैसे, कौन सी स्ट्रेटेजी कौन से दिन पे सही रहेगी, सुटेबल होगी, उसके लिए फीचर एआई का हमने लॉन्च किया है। थैंक यू विशाल भाई।
आई थिंक सो रिशांत, ये जो छोटा सा एक न्यूआंस है, क्योंकि हर एक को जानना है कि मैं क्या करूं। And when kind of it's like AI is helping us, that is always beneficial. Obviously you make your own judgment, but sometimes मैंने भी अभी AI का यूज करना चालू किया है in terms of our algo development, नए नए strategies को कैसे देखना है, and AI is, I think so, going to be very helpful. Although it will never replace a trader, but it will
Yes.
definitely assist the trader.
Yeah, it is like you are, going for a race, so you should be, wearing a good shoes so
Yes.
that. Okay, over to you, Vishal bhai.
Thank you so
Early.
much, Rishant. Thank you, Vishal sir. I guess now we can open the stage for Q&A.
Sure.
So before moving to the new questions, पहले हम उन questions को ले लेते हैं which were there at the time when you were explaining the strategy.
Sure.
There was a question: can buyer do this strategy?
सो एक्चुअली ये डायरेक्शनल स्ट्रेटजी, लेकिन स्टिल उसकी जो मोटी एज है, ये बेसिकली ऑफ द डायरेक्शन एंड थीटा एज. सो दिस स्ट्रेटजी इज मेनली फॉर द सेलर्स.
Great, great. So there is one more question for you, Vishal sir. We spoke about Bank Nifty weekly. So what are all other indices which premium should be taken into consideration for other indices?
Yes, so this strategy is available for Sensex as well. It's just that I don't recollect exact premium amount, but once you log in into the uTrade algos, they actually give you the detail of what is the premium, what is the stop loss, and which is available to you. So you have to just create an account in the login, which is free of cost, and you can check it out.
So I guess people are having a lot of questions regarding the strategies itself. So I would suggest कि आप पहले एक बार खुद ट्राई कीजिए uTrade Algos platform को, and a lot of your questions will be answered then and there itself. So apart from that, हमारी team है, we have our support team to assist you with all your questions, and also the RM team would be there to assist you with the questions. एक बार आप खुद try कीजिए, and then even if you have questions, then I have shared support team's number and email ID. You can go ahead and ask your questions over there, right? So I guess then we are at the end of our session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
But
you.
as the ritual of our webinars, I would request you your input, one last input, which we can like plug and play as we come back to the market on Monday.
इनफैक्ट आज की ही लर्निंग के बारे में बात करूंगा. लाइक change is the only constant. Okay, today when we were sitting at a nice profit, till 12 o'clock or 12:30 or 1, and then we have a directional move. The only thing that has saved us today, and in fact we made money, is purely because of discipline. And that's what I keep on telling all the time. Markets are nothing but a systematic transfer of money from an undisciplined trader to a disciplined trader. And what uTrade algo helps you to do is become more disciplined.
Right. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for your kind words. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you everyone for taking out time for the webinar.
Bye bye.